So when I was a teenager, I would spend so much time playing video games. I would be spending hours and hours just grinding away on mainly Minecraft and Skyrim. I'll be trying to find and mine all the diamonds I could find, or I'll be too busy collecting all the Daedric artifacts in Skyrim. Whatever it was, I was obsessed. I remember when I was playing Skyrim, I would finish the entire game, I'd finish the whole storyline, I'd finish multiple side quests and side little storylines you can do, and then I would just start the whole game from scratch all over again, just so I could make a new character with different attributes, and I'd make these sort of builds, right? I'd make these master archers, I'd make these powerful orc warriors, or these really powerful mages who can cast these really unique spells. You know, whatever it was, I was just fully immersed in that game, and I was definitely addicted, and I cared more about the achievements that I made in the game than I was making in real life. Now I'm 25 years old, and between work, gym, my hobbies, seeing my friends and working on my side hustles, I'll be lucky if I even have time for games. I don't have any games on my computer anymore. I don't own any gaming consoles. I've been on self-improvement for so long. To me, video games just aren't as fun as real life. There's so much more enjoyment to the achievements that I can have in real life than in video games. But I think that from someone coming into self-improvement who has a background of being addicted to video games, or might still be addicted to video games, there's a lot of similarities and qualities that you can actually bring into self-improvement. And I think that you might actually have a bit of an edge when it comes to self-improvement compared to a regular person. And we'll talk about that a bit more in depth, and I'll go through a couple of reasons why I think so. So reason number one is that gamers are masters of progression and growth. Okay, if you think about it, games are all about progression. You are constantly leveling up, and you know that effort equals results. You measure your success and your progress using different metrics like XP points, different ranks you level up in, and different achievements that you unlock. And self-improvement is quite similar, where you set goals, you track progress, and you improve step by step. So to apply this, you need to treat your life like a game. You need to track things like your fitness, your skills, and your habits like a skill tree in a game. If you can't measure something, you can't improve it. And if you're a gamer, you most likely love hitting different milestones and being able to actually acknowledge hitting that milestone, right? So for example, it could be ranking up to a new level, you could be unlocking a rare new skin. Whatever it is, that's something that you're used to doing. If you use things to gamify real life, for example, like using a habit tracking app, then it feels like you're leveling up in real life. And you can further do this by setting yourself up with side quests in real life. Just random side missions that you assign yourself, okay? So have fun with it. Treat life like a game. Understand that you're the main character. So for example, maybe your side mission could be that you're really shy and you struggle with social anxiety. You can go and talk to someone while you're lining up at a cafe, or just say hi to a stranger, or just smile at someone, or just say hello. Something basic, something easy. It could be something big as well. It could be like starting your own business, trying to get a promotion at work. Whatever it is, set those side quests, and once you actually complete the side quest, give yourself a small reward for actually doing it. Okay, for example, I've got a friend who every time he accomplishes something major, like for example buying his first house or buying a car, he will go and treat himself by actually buying a watch. Now, nothing crazy expensive like a Rolex or something, but even just like a really basic Casio watch, he'll go and buy it to sort of acknowledge that milestone that is hit, so that he's almost like collecting little achievements or like awards for finishing his side quest, right? Then you have these things you can look back on, like these physical, tangible things, these watches, that you can look and admire, and you know the story behind it and the achievement that lays behind, that watch. So try and do something like that in your real life and try to gamify the whole experience. So point number 2 is that gamers have insane focus and problem-solving skills. You may have found that You have caught yourself spending hours and hours super focused on trying to achieve a certain thing in a game. For example, it could be you trying to kill the Ender Dragon or trying to work out how to figure out some kind of puzzle in the game. Whatever it is, you may have just found yourself locked into the game for hours on end, and you've just lost track of how much time you've actually spent sitting there trying to figure this out. Now, this is called flow state. This is where your brain is at peak capacity. You're fully focused, you're making split-second decisions, your brain is working so hard over time that you're actually burning more calories than usual because of how much your brain is working, right? There's literally studies that sort of back this up. Studies have shown that chess grandmasters can burn between 400 to 600 calories per hour in the middle of a game. So when they have days where they have games that go for multiple hours, they can burn up to 6,000 calories a day just from playing chess, which is crazy. Like, you're just sitting there, you're not even moving your body, but your brain is working so hard that it's consuming all these calories just to keep it running. So you may not realize it, but you're already very good at breaking down big problems into small, solvable tasks. You can naturally develop that sort of adaptability and persistence. Point number 3 is that gamers understand strategy and optimization. In competitive games, you analyze strategies, you optimize for efficiency, you learn from failures, and you adjust and try again with a better approach. For example, you don't give up when you lose a boss fight. You try to work out what you're doing and what you might be doing wrong. You try to optimize the best way, and you're trying to work out ways that you might be able to exploit any weaknesses that the boss might have, right? You sort of adapt, improvise, and you overcome that hurdle, and you actually end up achieving and winning the boss fight. Now, this mindset applies directly to self-improvement, whether you're optimizing your finances, your productivity, your fitness, for example. Take your daily habits and think of them like a game build in Skyrim, for example, right? Think of your character, the kind of build you're trying to achieve and what attributes this character has. Think about what kind of clothes this character wears, how they speak, how they present themselves to the world, how they treat other people, okay, how they look, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses potentially, and what kind of environment can you find these types of characters in. Get really specific with this and write these things down. And once you have worked out your dream character, then you can sort of create a plan on how you can actually achieve these attributes. Alright, so most people have already clicked off the video by now because of their, shitty TikTok short attention span brains, right? If you're still watching this video up until this point, before I go on to the last 2 points, I want you to comment down the word focus down below, just so I can work out who's actually watching the video until this point in time. So, let's go on to the next 2 points. Point number 4 is gamers have a high tolerance to repetition and grinding. When you play a game, you don't mind farming for loot or, grinding for certain levels or trying to, repeat certain mechanics in the game until you become a master at it. Self-improvement is very, very similar in the sense where it can feel quite repetitive. Now, for example, you're constantly, you're hitting the gym, you're working, you're reading books, you're constantly improving and you're repeating a lot of these habits daily. And it's quite a grind. But if you're a gamer, you already sort of understand that repetition leads to mastery in one thing. So you've already got that mentality to get you through and keep you motivated throughout the whole process. You need to learn to enjoy the process like you do in a video game. And you need to understand and be happy with having the privilege of actually being able to self-improve. So to apply this in real life, think of your life and operate in a way that's almost like grinding in an RPG. Enjoy the process of doing the thing and doing the grinding, not just the end result. And actually enjoy and be happy with the privilege of actually getting to grind and self-improve and making yourself better. So my 5th and final point is that gamers thrive in online communities and they embrace learning from other people. So whether it's, going through YouTube tutorials, different forums, might be joining certain Discord servers, whatever it may be, you know how to seek knowledge and learn quickly. And for example, you're watching this video right now up until this point because you're trying to self-improve and make yourself better, and you're trying to learn how you can do that. Self-improvement is the same. You can learn from mentors, mastermind groups and different communities, and you can learn from people who are already ahead of you. So just like you would for a game, when it comes to self-improvement, you want to surround yourself and involve yourself in self-improvement communities. Places like, Reddit pages or Discord servers or different communities or mastermind groups. Do this so you can surround yourself with people who are on the same mission as you, and you can learn very quickly from people, and you can teach other people and provide value back and forth. And most importantly, be humble and be teachable. The world is so much bigger than your viewpoint of the world. So to wrap this video up, we now know how to turn your video game addiction into a self-improvement superpower. You want to, of course, treat your life like an RPG. You're going to be setting goals, we're going to be leveling up skills, we're going to track your progress, and you're going to create your dream character. You're also going to gamify self-improvement with achievements and rewards, and making your leveling up in real life feel like a game by using things like, habit tracking apps, for example. Now, you also want to use your deep focus and that flow state that you're able to get into to tackle real life problems. So if you take these gaming skills into real life, then self-improvement becomes the ultimate game and you're the main character. That's all for today's video, guys. If you want to support a small creator who likes to make content that provides you with actionable steps on how to actually improve your life, then press subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.